And how long would your typical leg workout go for?
Normally 2 hours. That's because normally with childminding at the gym they only allow you hour and a half sometimes to 2 hours max. So we've got to squeeze it in that time. But if we didn't have the kids, like the day they have childcare and that, we just go for however long we go, don't we? Till she says she's hungry, and when she's hungry then you've got to stop because...
Look out.
You know, women when they're hungry, it's not worth doing another fucking set.
But I read on the internet that after 45 minutes in the gym, yeah,
training.
Yeah.
I've read that. Yeah, it worked so bad for Arnold and Burger Fox and Sergio Oliva, all those guys that were thickly muscled to train for hours on end, twice, 3 times a day. I can see what those people are talking about. Yeah. Everyone I've seen that says they train for 45 minutes or less look like shit. So. It's like I always do my seminars and they say it to me, I say, well, show me any other sport in the world. Do you want to be the best bodybuilder, the freakiest, biggest? I said, well, show me any other sport, runner, boxing, you know, tennis. Show me any other sport where the world's best and only train for 45 minutes a day. You're like, shit. Boxers probably skip rope for 45 minutes a fucking day before they even start sparring, and runners or football players, anything. Training sessions, gymnasts, they go for hours and hours. It's like, all of a sudden, like I said, Arnold used to train sometimes 3 times a day, 2 hours a time. As long as you're getting your food and rest in, you're not going to overtrain. And look at the drugs they compared back then. Back then they probably had the basic Stecker test, Dianabol. And there was so much, to me, more fit quality muscle on those guys. Even Serge Newgreen, those type of people. And they train for hours on end. But now, everyone wants to get bigger, quick. So all they want to do is take drugs and train less. So it's never going to work that way, you know. You can't, you know, try and reinvent something that's already been proven to be good. Like everyone's get lazier and lazier, but they want to get bigger and stronger. And to them, it will take more drugs and train less. It's like never going to happen. I try to do 2-3 hours of cardio a day, eat clean. I've got friends that say, oh, that's too much cardio. You do this and burn muscle. I've never lost muscle. But yet there, I say, what do you do? Well, I don't do any cardio. I just take more T3 and growth hormone to help burn the body fat. I'm like, yeah, that'll help to a degree, but nothing's going to beat hard work doing cardio. But yet, like I said, nobody wants to do the hard work anymore. They always think there's a drug they can... It's never going to happen, and it shows too with people. So.
And you were saying before that your mate, Steve...
Steve, yeah, he pretty much just did my diet type thing, just more instinctive, ate more, did more cardio, and he said it's the best he ever felt, best he looked, and it was like pretty much... No contest prep's easy, but easy compared to what he's done before in the past, where he's had to starve himself and have no energy and feel shitty. He still felt like some days low on energy, but now he said this was the best he's ever done, best he felt and best he looked. So using pretty much my approach, which I said is just pretty much basic, eating clean and doing the cardio and that sort of stuff. But
why don't they go back to training like they did in the old days, when they didn't even do cardio and they did 3 hours?
Yeah, that's right. See, when I used to train at World Gym, I'd be on the stepper some days and Eddie Giuliani would just stand there shaking. Arnold would be like, look at him, Eddie, we didn't do cardio. That's what they did, they just trained longer, which really, when you think about it, if you're doing legs or any body part, your heart rate's going and it's pretty much just like doing cardio. So if you did a couple of sessions a day, it would pretty much just be like you wouldn't need to do cardio. But like I said, some guys now, the gym sessions are getting so much shorter, but then they still eat all this food. They're not burning it up, so they don't really get in shape. Whereas back then, you did that much training, you're going to get, you see guys that are cyclists or triathlons, you see the food they eat, but yet they burn it up, so they're still like this, but yet they're eating some of them 10,000 calories, but they burn it up. So you could train more, and I said as long as you get the food in, you wouldn't need to do cardio. But
what about now? Like they shouldn't train one body part a week. But back then I'd do like Monday, Wednesday,
sometimes
Friday.
3 or 4.
I
remember when I first started, I used to do the full body Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm thinking, mate, maybe if I tried to do that now. But you could probably still do it, or if you broke it up in the morning and afternoon, you say you're going to do chest, I'd probably just pick 3 basic movements for chest, you know, like a incline dumbbell, maybe a flat dumbbell and a fly, which would be good. Maybe do 6-7 sets on each one, and then you can move on to another body. But you could do it that way, but if you tried to do 6 or 7 exercises per, then it'd take a while to do the whole body, especially legs. If you do them first, you'd be like, oh, fuck this. So, but I think you could do it, it would be fun. I always thought it would be bad to do that, give it a go. Don't break it up like that, just like you said, the basic compound movements, do a couple of sets of each. As long as you hit them hard and really got into it, you could do it. One of my best gains I made was when I used to do the old training. I do a couple of body parts, but I'd train one day, then take a day off. Train one day, take a day off. Because I always found that you train 4 or 5 days in a row. You know, the first day you're full of energy, second day a bit of energy, next day you could be getting a bit tired and sore, next day tired and sore. Whereas if you train one day, in your mind you're thinking, yeah, tomorrow I got tomorrow off, I can relax, eat, get the food in, so you just go balls to the wall. The next day you have off, eat, fill up with food. You think, yeah, tomorrow I'm full of energy, you can go train, you hit it again, same thing. You're thinking, I can bust my ass because tomorrow's my day off, so you can, like I said, it worked out pretty well. So.
What about the old school diets where they used to eat heaps of raw eggs and salad?
Yeah.
They ate more fat than carbs, they didn't really eat carbs.
Yeah, I had carbs a fair bit when I was doing for the universe, but still I still had a bit of fat. I was still having T-bone steak and vegetables, or T-bone steak and salads and oatmeal, and you know, Jade was preparing my meals. I wouldn't say they were super strict diet meals. I was just like clean food really. So I was just doing enough cardio and training to burn off any excess that I had. Like I said, it's probably the best I've ever looked. So I think, like I said, people take it too far, and all this new age counting macros and all this bullshit. I'm like, oh fuck me dead. Lee, how many macros in that? I'm like, what? It's like shit, you know, your best judge, and they've got all these new things now, testing body fat. And I said, look, just go by the mirror. The mirror is your best guide, or have just a good honest friend who can tell you, listen, you're still a bit fat. Or, but you get a lot of guys these days too are trying to come in too big. They're so scared to drop beneath 90 kilos, but yeah, if they did, if they went to say 85 ripped, they're going to look 95 on stage, but they want to come in heavier. I'm a heavyweight. No, you look better as a fucking middleweight or light heavy, but yet they're so obsessed by weighing a certain amount they don't want to go beneath it, which is stupid. So then on stage it's an illusion, you know. Jay went to her first show and she was telling me she couldn't believe the guys when she saw them on stage. Then when she went backstage, where they're just standing backstage doing photos, they look like two different people. You know, backstage they look smaller, and on stage you're like, wow, he looks pretty good. So that's why I try and get through people's head. It's an illusion up there. Don't worry about your weight. Just go by how you look. I've always said when I won that first pro show I weighed 199. Chris got second, was 260 pounds, and everyone swore I was at least 235 pounds on stage, but I was only 199 pounds. But
Do you reckon I'll go back to that, Lee, in the pros or not?
I was hoping it would. You know, when they gave Dex to the Olympia, I was hoping it would have went back that shape way, but then they gave it to Jay and them again. And Phil, he looks good, but he's borderline. If he tries to add more size, he's going to get thicker. So I wish they would go back to the... It's nice to have the size, whereas back in the day, Kevin, Paul Dillette, those guys had the size, but yet they still had the shape, which was, to me, it looked much better. All the guys down are just like up and down and mass, but the big guts, I just don't like it.